What's happening? What's going on, YouTube?
The mechanics.
Okay, so I got local Prescott fan favorite, state your name, gangster.
Forest Borders?
Yeah, okay, so you guys probably idolize this man in Prescott or what have you, but he's decided to come down and bless my 240 with his magical fingers. And despite the bullshit that just happened, as you guys probably already seen, the shit runs. We have not done anything out of the ordinary to get this to run, except him touching some stuff and moving some stuff and unplugging a fuse. And the shit wants to run now. I'm baffled on how he actually did this, but he's done it, and now we're relay to the fuel pump how I was originally going to do it, but whoever told me to unplug it, I unplugged it. Now we're going to put it back in. I'm still confused on how we're actually here, because we have pulled spark plug wires, tested all the coils. What else did we do? Pulled the fuse, fuel pump fuse, and the shit decided to run with no fuel pump fuse. We tested how much fuel it's getting. Him and his trusty dusty roommate's probe has been touching stuff and probing stuff, and miraculously it starts. I'm so confused. So I do believe that this is a continuation video and not a new video, so I'm not gonna say what's up, what's happening YouTube. I just said it, huh? So today's supposed to be a continuation of previous day of getting the car running. I'm going to be working on the car, just some things that I was supposed to do while the car was running before, but the car stopped running and I lost all motivation for the car, so we're gonna be doing that kind of stuff today. But first things first, I need to see if it runs. So if I try to start it right now and it runs, full speed ahead. If it doesn't run,
Yes, very nice, very nice. I like.
fantastic. So the car does run, turnkey, first crank. Fantastic job that we did yesterday. He did, Forrest did, because I'm still kind of lost as what we actually did. I know we did wire a relay right in front of the fuel pump to bypass the EGI relay. I tried to do that before, but he had a little bit more experience on doing that, so he helped me knock it out and actually wire it up. And I'm going to be wiring the switch panel in there now that I know it works. Okay, so as well as the switch panel, I went ahead and purchased this from a private seller. Funny thing about this particular hood scoop is, when the car was running, the first time when I first got it running with this engine in, I actually hit up this guy to buy this hood scoop. Car stopped running, or it wasn't running right, and I bullshitted with him because the Acura was not trying to take that trip all the way across Arizona. He actually didn't sell it, and then when I got the car running yesterday, I messaged him, asked him if he still had it, and he still had it. Congratulations, everything works out. So this is what I get to play with today. Basically, a hole in my hood and put this fiberglass piece on top of it, hood scoop, hood vents, and then cut this out with a Dremel, because the whole point of this is to have vents right here, so I have to cut these pieces out. Leave this one right here. So other than a whole bunch of measuring, I'm about to get cracking on this. So basically what I did, measuring lines, these are my solid points that never move. Oops. And this right here is the actual vent size itself. So I'm going to be cutting out on this side and then this side of the line all the way to right here, and it should be good. Measure twice, cut once. I hope it works. So here we are. Big old hole. This literally barely fits. Like, I don't even know if my rivets should hold in several areas, major points. This is a rivet style hood scoop. So when they send it to you, it's made out of fiberglass. What you do is you make your own cut, your own scoop, and place this on top like so, and rivet or fiberglass it into your application. I'm going to rivet, and that's how it's gonna stay. But yeah, there's the hole. Now it's time to rivet. So one thing about this installation, I'm not doing any kind of sealer around here. I'm just gonna do multiple rivets along the side. Rivets, as you guys know, one-time thing. Once it's in, it's in. Unlike the riv nuts I've been using for this 240, I won't be able to take them out. So once this joint is on, it is on. That's it. That's the end of that story. So if I put it on crooked, it's just gonna be on there crooked. So hopefully it goes out straight, and we go from there. Yeah. All right, so basically, if you can see, taped on all four sides. It's already riveted down on the solid points, so all four corners are riveted down. And this right here is what you have to get some synchronized rivets, and I'm not just going ham right here. Each one of these are 5 inches apart, and I'm going to rivet where each black dot is. I'm going to do this on the sign, but it's not the same size, so it's not going to be 5 inches, but I need something uniform, so I'm going to do those second to these, and I'm going to do these first. All right, and it's on, installed. That's what came off. That's the skeleton. That took a lot of the rigidity out. Putting this on put some of the rigidity back. All things considered, I think 1 or 2 of these, if you could see, it kind of like gets cut in. Whatever. I think these 2 right here are not. I'll put a washer on the other side, but I think all these on this side, all of these, everything else came out perfectly fine. So next thing to do is stand it up on its face, and I actually have to cut the insides. This is not just a look, this is for functionality, so I have to cut this piece right here out. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one doesn't get cut out, so we're gonna do that right now. Okay, as you can see, slits are made. I use that guy to do most of the top. This guy right here to do the sharp corners. That's how it's supposed to look when you're looking at it. And boom, actual functionality. Scoopage. And I didn't cut this one. I don't think this one's really gonna make a difference. But yep, as well as I cut out some more of the actual skeleton. I cut this piece of the skeleton out, this piece of the skeleton out, this piece of the skeleton out. yeah. Since I'm actually running out of daylight, I'm only gonna do one more thing to this car today. Since I have the hood off, there's a technique that you can use to get your hood to come all the way up. So if you guys see, this angle is not really enough for anybody to do anything in a lowered engine bay. Theoretically, what you would want it to do is come all the way up. Now, in order to do so, this piece, this little guy right here, is preventing it from coming all the way up. It gets stuck on another piece, as you can see right here, and it prevents it from coming all the way up. So what you do is you cut this out. Boom, boom, cut that out. And that's what I'm about to do right now. So here's one done. As you can see, I cut that piece out. I sprayed WD-40 on it so it could move easier, but as you can see, all the way past, that is a little piece that it gets stuck on. The piece that I'm holding is a top hinge, and that should give me full access to this arm. And this is the driver's side, so I'm gonna just put that guy back on. So this is the final product of cutting that piece, as well as how the underneath the hood looks. Super light now. As you can see, it goes all the way up. This is where I think it was at before, around this area, and now I have full travel, optimizing the space I need to work on this. Be careful. This is touching the glass, so a little pressure on this wiper blade right here, but this is resting on the glass, so be careful because this will damage your windshield. I'm not saying that it won't damage your windshield. I'm definitely saying it will damage your windshield. So naturally, have a hood prop. This is still higher, more travel than what it was before, because I use a shorter, normally I use a shorter rod, and it limits me to like right here. So definitely a great thing to do. She's running, she's good, so we can go forward from there. Like I said a little while ago, I'm running out of daylight, so I'm going to go ahead and call this a wrap on today. Not doing nothing else. I was going to do wiring a switchboard and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day off. It's Sunday, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day off. Big things coming for this thing, y'all. Now that it runs and I can actually move.
The mechanics.